And we are recording live. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Sharon Ann here. Today, I wanted to leave into a complex yet persuasive aspect of human relationships. Trauma bonding. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it involves? Well, today, we'll explore what trauma bonding is, its psychological underpinnings, and ways to both navigate and recognize it. To get the ball rolling, trauma bonding. What is it? Trauma bonding is a phenomenon, interesting word I choose to use there, where individuals form intense emotional connections with those who have caused them harm. For example, I'll go ahead and self disclose that for me, I was sexually abused by a family friend from the time I was 10 till I was 24. With my abuser, it got to a point where I hated him, yet I loved him. I aimed to please him. He became my whole world. As long as he was happy, I was happy. That's also a form of codependency, people pleasing. For the most part, I always did what he asked of me because I wanted to feel loved, valued, and accepted by him. I wanted to feel loved, valued, and accepted by others. Trauma bonding. It occurs in abusive relationships, leaving victims entangled in a web of conflicting emotions. The bond becomes so strong, it becomes challenging to break free. You want to leave, but you don't want to leave. And you fear the what ifs. Understanding the psychological bonding, there we go. Psychology behind trauma bonding is crucial. As I mentioned, it involves a mix of fear. I know that on my end, my abuser placed a lot of threats upon me to keep me quiet, to protect himself while causing me harm in the process. I know many of you can relate to that. I know he said things such as, if you tell what happened, we'll both get in trouble. If you tell what happened, I'll be put away for a long time. You'll grow up in the foster care system. If you talk, I'll hurt you. I'll make your life a living nightmare. And I know for others, there's more threats than that. Of course, I believe my abuser. My whole world revolved around him. I felt loved, or I thought I did, around him, even though it was a false level of love. I know that now. He always knew what to say to win my approval. Anytime I questioned him, he showed love by buying me clothing or taking me on trips. Sad to say, a lot of my abuse happened around Disney. I mean, I moved forward from it, but sometimes Disney is still a trigger for me. Dependency is also a part of trauma bonding. Most victims of abuse are dependent upon their abuser, as he can be the one individual who provides for them financially, equips them with a place to live, pays the bills, and provides for their basic needs. In fact, for many abuse survivors, the person causing the harm is also the one who's a source of comfort, leading to the cycle that perpetuates the bond. Do I leave and navigate life on my own? Or do I stay and be a victim because it's comfortable, because I don't see anything else? Or I don't believe there's a way out? I know on my end, the cycle was something's wrong. This doesn't feel right. Do you really use fear to show others that you love and care about them? Does the whole world revolve around sex? Is that a false belief my abuser taught me? I confront my abuser and start asking him questions. To keep me quiet, he spent quality time with me, saying kind words to me, and it was enough to feel love, to feel loved and validated till the next wave of questioning. Like a hamster wheel. Recognizing trauma bonding is a first step towards healing. Often, victims may not even be aware of this dynamic. They may be in survival mode. They may be going through fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And fawn, for those of you who don't know, is a lot like people pleasing. It's a lot like taking on the identity of your abuser. It's doing things that you do just to feel pleased by the other person, just to meet the other person's needs. But anyway, trauma bonding. It's essential to identify the signs, such as strong emotional attachment despite negative experiences, fear of abandonment, or a sense of loyalty to the abuser. Breaking free from trauma bonding, it requires resilience and support. Um, Therapy is a big component to heal, and for some, where therapy may not be an option or they may not be ready for therapy, I encourage you to get involved in a support group like Celebrate Recovery and Rise or other groups out there. I know that on my end, I started with individual therapy to work through shyness, and I found my voice. And now I use a combination of group and individual therapy. Also, building a support system outside of the toxic relationship is crucial. And it helps individuals realize their worth and gain a sense of control over their lives. They take back their power. Friends, if I could leave you with one piece of advice, it would be that breaking free from trauma bonding requires careful examination and compassion. Remember, you're not responsible for the abuse inflicted upon you. And let me repeat that. You are not responsible for the abuse inflicted upon you. Responsibility lies in the hands of the abuser. Thank you for listening, all. Bye bye. Have a great day.